I am so tired of Cody delaying the start of this show. I can't stand it anymore.
I know, we need to ban him.
Gotta get this guy out of here. His camera turns on. He's late for the show.
Hey, our special guest today, a corpse laying in his chair.
Hello, welcome to Shrimp Hours 32.
An alien on his head. 32.
I'm DriveThrough. Rusty's here, Slap's here, Cody's here, Ed's here, and we have a very special guest who decided to turn up this week. Hi, Harry. Who are you? What do you do?
My name's Harry. I get up every day and go about my day like a normal person.
Clearly, one very normal Harry Taylor. Welcome to the show.
Totally not an alien. Don't ask questions.
Yeah.
With the rare double guitar steering wheel combo in the background.
Yeah. It looked cool.
All right, we got to open this up and talk about the Daytona 500 briefly.
Briefly.
Are we bringing
and
the
I know
clock
you're
back?
pissed.
I don't even want to talk about this.
No, not the clock.
I don't want. I thought about bringing up the clock, but I didn't actually watch the first 80% of the race because it wasn't worth watching, and I don't think I missed anything except for
the first stage, and then everything went to hell in the second stage. And
yeah, I turned the TV on
more in the third.
Blaney was already wrecked, and I was like, God damn, Forrest. It's Rusty. It's your fault. Rusty put out a thing that morning. Who was like, as the broadcast was starting, he said this many people picking Blaney, he's gonna wreck, and of course he did. Thanks, Rusty.
Thanks, Rusty.
And I also tuned in with the RFK diabolical master plan out front. Very surprised. Brad leading. Shout out.
It was beautiful.
It was. No, it wasn't. And also,
Hidden pig.
we go through this literally every year. All of Twitter was like, there's so many commercials. Fox sucks. It's horrible. This is the worst it's ever been. And 5 different people I've seen have crunched the numbers on actually how long the commercials were, and it's literally been the same since 2001. I don't know. I just feel like we go through it every single year. Every year people are like, oh, it's so horrible. And it is. It is horrible. It is bad television, but it's been horrible.
Well, let me say though, as someone who's been watching NASCAR on Track Pass, it's the only way the international viewers can watch it for ages. And I don't have it this year. They've got rid of it. They've scrapped it. So I've not watched a NASCAR race through what the Americans see for a long time.
Right.
And it was painful. It was frustrating. Because on Track Pass, when it goes to the advertisements, it just goes to ambient sounds, and you just carry on watching the race.
Yeah.
So I don't miss anything. It lacks commentary for a bit, but it's just like going to what's it called when they just put the noise engines and crank it up.
Yeah.
So it's great. It was great, and then watching the 500 was it was pitiful. Honestly, I really struggled. And your adverts aren't good either. I mean, no adverts are good, but yours are particularly bad.
You don't mean
I think the thing that got
prescription drugs?
I think the thing that got most people was kept seeing the same 7 commercials over
it's
and
that COVID
over
one.
and over.
Paxlovid. That's stuck in my head.
Bro, if it's COVID, it's Paxlovid, dude.
Yeah, watching American TV is genuinely horrible. Especially, and we saw this so much in the Xfinity and the truck race, when they I'm literally watching the NASCAR Xfinity Series race, and they take it away and give me a full screen commercial for the Daytona 500, as if every single human being watching the Daytona Xfinity race is not going to watch the 500 tomorrow. It's so stupid.
Yeah,
it's you're literally I want to watch the thing that I'm watching, and you're putting it away to show me something that I'm already going to watch anyway. It's
Yeah, well, I was saying that when we were watching it, obviously, I think American football is the same. You have your plays, and then it's when there's a break in the play, or like in football over here, you have your 45-minute half. You have the advertisement before the game. You watch your 45-minute half, and then when that half finishes, you have your commercials.
That's
then
great.
for a bit of analysis, then commercial, and then you go back to the game, and then you go back to the commercials. NASCAR and racing in America seems to be the only thing that they just interrupt it for commercials. It doesn't make sense. And for new people coming in to watch it, they're not. That's not going to keep them wanting to watch it. They want to come and watch the racing. If every 5 minutes they go to a break and they don't get to see what's going on, why do they want to carry on watching?
One of my
at
favorite
one point, there was a
things.
commercial every 4 laps.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. One of my favorite things watching.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Watching American fans get into F1 through like Drive to Survive or whatever, and seeing them go on Twitter and be like, wait, we just watched the whole race and then they play commercials after. Like, that's just the standard literally everywhere else. I mean, not here. We are very American TV here.
Well, just imagine
horrible.
like the Chiefs going on the winning drive at the Super Bowl, and they're like full screen fucking commercials. Danny Holmes is like cocking back to throw. You know what I mean? It's like get this out of here.
I think
I mean, to be fair, in American football, we do have timeouts for commercials on TV.
Yeah,
So if you're like if you're physically at the game and the game stops and nobody called the timeout, that's because the fucking TV contract called for there to be like a timeout, a stoppage to play, so they can do commercials on TV. Which is
they do that in hockey.
Yeah, Red Wings games have made me very aware of that this year.
But like, they don't. Like, if there's a long play, if they're playing for, there's no whistle for whatever reason, they don't cut it off with commercials, But in NASCAR, they don't care. They'll just it's just
doesn't make
standard.
it
They've made
consumer
it the
friendly,
standard.
and that's the biggest issue that I have with it, because these people that aren't like really NASCAR fans but will watch the 500, it doesn't.
You click off the screen.
Carry
if
on
they're
watching.
keep putting ads up, yeah.
They went from lap 99 to around 112, 113 with no commercials. So that was the longest run they had. And that was a fluke. I even pointed out at the time, I was like, holy crap, we just went like 13 laps without a commercial.
Someone forgot to hit the button.
It's because they came back right in time for the halfway point of the race, and then they immediately went into green flag stops, which they waited to cycle through, and then they went back to commercial.
I very much enjoyed the red flag in the ARCA race when that guy dumped fuel all along the top side of 3 and 4 when they would like go to commercial, come back, be like, oh, we're cleaning it up. All right, back to commercial. And I think there was like 3 different commercial breaks in that same cleanup.
I think it took an hour to work that out.
I'm so glad.
Yeah, I think it was like 50 minutes, yeah.
Oh my god.
I'd like to know what the data is on yellow flags while at commercials, because it must be a ridiculous stat. They always seem to happen as soon as we cut away from the race or we go side by side and there's no commentary.
Dude, trucks, ARCA, and Xfinity, like, I swear 60 to 70% of those races were caution laps. It was just ridiculous.
Dude, the truck series has turned into an abomination.
Yeah, the truck series
had like rain the whole week. I give them a pass.
I don't know that would have been any good even if it hadn't rained.
I mean, wait to start the NASCAR season, lap 2 it starts raining. I mean, it just sums it out, doesn't it?
I think I saw the truck series went like 48% green. And the rest of it was yellow. And that's just in terms of laps turned, like not even including the breaks from red flags. The actual like time on screen racing was probably incredibly low.
I think last game with the Pocono was like 90% yellow.
I do want to bring up real quick while we're going through the commercials and stuff. GP Laps on Twitter did like a quick comparison.
I love GP Labs.
Jake was doing the same thing last night. GP Labs beat him to the punch.
All right, hold on. Let me get this to a place where we can actually read this.
He was going through and calculating.
2010 must have been miserable to watch.
So yeah, he went through 2001, 2010, and 2023 and counted how many laps were green, caution, or and when the commercials were.
Oh, no, but
and
we
it looks
missed
like
more laps this year.
Yeah, we missed 58 green flag laps out of 200 and 200, however many were green.
200 laps.
Oh, yeah, so 212.
Wait, no. That's green flag laps, which means it was less, is much less.
Laps missed.
78 total out of 212 laps missed. That's a crazy percentage. I never realized how bad that was. Literally a third of the race, they were showing you other things instead of the race that you came to watch.
Including the first huge wreck. We missed that one.
Oh
well, we got that side by side though for once.
Yeah, and then they ran another 7 commercials, and they finally came back.
Oh yeah, Slap and I were debating Jacob, because Jacob, they were showing the damn wreck like on the side by side,
It was like immediately when the side by side started. They were in the first commercial, and then this big race.
In past generations, it's like, all right, they're racing, we're gonna go to commercial. Like, we'll be back shortly. If there's a wreck happening or something crazy,
they cut the commercial,
cutting right back from commercial.
Yeah,
dude, they continued on with like 3 more minutes of commercials before finally coming back. And Jacob was like arguing. It's like, oh no, like we can see it. It's on the side by side. It's like, no, we cut back from commercial in these instances. Like, this is unacceptable. And then later in the race, something was happening, and we were side by side, and something else happened. And Jake was like, why aren't we cutting back? And I was sarcastically to Jacob's like, come on, we're side by side. We can see it just fine.
Yeah, what also like pit stops they're doing side by side.
That's not just fine. Are you kidding me?
To complain more about how horrible these broadcasts are, we can't see it fine because it's literally 720p. It is the year 2023, and Fox still broadcasts NASCAR in a maximum, like, you can buy any TV package in the world, and the best you can do is get NASCAR in 720 pixels. I can't believe that.
I wouldn't feed my dog 720p.
Genuinely, like, sad.
But didn't we had? Was it one of? It was Ty Dillon blew up early in the race, and that was under the when we were on adverts, and we came back and never heard anything about it. Like,
it didn't say anything.
Nobody knew. It was as if it never happened. Like, okay, there's not many Ty Dillon fans out there.
It was literally that Top Gear meme where he's like, "Oh, that's terrible." Anyway.
Yeah.
And Fox always with the usual questionable camera decisions.
It was going all right until near the end, and it was.
I don't know how they did the cameras so good in the duels, and then they fucked it for the 500.
They're getting better with that drone. They have one of those big boy cinematic drones.
Yeah, it almost looked like a crane shot. Like it was like stationary. And
it's better.
If they can use it properly, like it's good. Like there's a couple shots where it's like, ooh, that looks nice. But then they'll like zoom out and it looks like it's from space, or they're still doing like those weird like low to the ground, like zooming, like race looking shots.
We gotta give them credit though. It really seems like they stabilized it. It looks a ton better than it used to.
Yeah.
There was one instance though, it was on one of the late restarts. I if you want to share this, Slap, you're the copyright expert. Are we gonna get in trouble from like a 10-second clip as long as we're like talking over it?
I'll transform the fuck out of this clip.
No, we should be good.
We are involving. We're
all right.
All you gotta do is be transformative.
Yes, we're.
All right, We're transforming this piece.
This is one of the drone shots, or no, this is the blimp actually, and they just.
I'll show
they
you.
They keep zooming out. Like it's like, all right, let's Fox. Let's either zoom in so we can see the atoms on the driver's nose.
When one of your keys sticks on iRacing when you're in the replay mode.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
we definitely don't want to.
And wasn't this with like?
That's kind of cool
as well.
I don't mind that. That kind of like sets the.
Laps to go.
It shows the plays.
No, that shot was. You can't do that. All right.
You can't do that.
You should zoom out until you have the whole field, and then just keep that. Like,
well, there was a few times at the end of the race when they kept zooming out on things, and it was like, we need to see what's going on.
And that wreck where Austin Dillon went flying to the inside and like came back up the track. They were off it and just like on a different shot for like 3 or 4 seconds.
Yeah, they completely biffed that. You can see the like on the right side of the screen, you can see Austin Dillon get turned down the track, and then they just keep following the leaders, Yellow comes out, we're still following leaders. Oh look, everyone's wrecked. It's like, okay, come on.
Yeah, dude. Anybody and their mother could see that wreck forming, and the Fox producers missed it. How? How is that possible?
Can we talk about how literally the ARCA race is the only one that finished under green?
And it was the only good race of the weekend.
I'm just pissed because Jason White.
It was actually kind of competitive as far as ARCA races go in Daytona. That's the best one I think we've had.
I enjoyed it a lot.
Sorry,
go ahead. I was going nuts at the finish because fucking Jason White, who I don't even know if he's done all that well at the Pinty's level. The guy who I designed his truck last year was in some random ARCA car and ended up leading like the last 14 or so laps until. Literally everybody ignored him and just drove around him coming to the line. I'm pissed. Like not a single person.
Landon Huffman drove that at Salem last year.
Is that any good? I don't even know what team that is.
Dude, that was a tragic finish for the Canadians, but we have to give our flowers to the homie that won. That dude.
Yeah, it's true.
That guy's a champion of men.
Yeah.
What's his name? Greg Van Alst.
He lives it.
Yeah,
Greg Van
dude.
Might as well be
Should've
Greg Van
used
Gogh if you ask me, because that man is an artiste.
Can we get a picture of how majestically wide that man is?
Dude, you
He's
get
not
a shot of the
big,
promo.
damn.
No, how about the promo that he cut? You can bring up his wideness. How about you bring up the fact that he cut the greatest promo of all time?
All right, hold on. Let me see if I can get audio from this. Without...
I've not seen this yet.
Oh,
You've not seen this interview?
I was
You
at the
haven't
monster trucks.
Oh, right. Okay.
fair.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can get.
Listen, all you
I'm
need to
not
know
sure
is
you
that
can
that
put
guy.
it into words, but
There
the
you go.
emotion that you're feeling right now, how much heart went into this win?
Oh, it's everything I got. It's the only speedway car we got. There's no way I was going to bring it home without the steering wheel of the trophy, and that was it. This is for all the short track racers out there that don't think you can get to this level. I've worked my ass off to get
You
here.
could have passed
and we
out.
did it! Yeah!
I'm not sure you can put it into words. but the
Dude,
Dude,
that
I-
guy,
Shit.
that
That was
guy,
sick.
You couldn't cut a promo like that in WWE today. Like,
Dude.
come on, dude.
Good
Come on.
shit.
That
I did
guy's
think
a
he was
hero.
about to tumble down the banking, though.
Good.
to see
You know
him
what?
there.
He's completely out of breath.
Leave my man alone. Leave him alone. I swear.
Isn't it great that we actually got like a career short track racer, just like a regular dude, instead of like one of these, millionaire little kids running
That
around
literally-
having fun and
I
like
love the
all-
millionaire little kids.
All I
That's my
wanted to
guy.
see in that ARCA race was a
Little
non.
kids. Yeah, there it is. You heard it first.
What?
I didn't know. Hold on. Keep it fucking moving.
I
Keep
missed
it
that.
moving.
All I wanted to see.
There was
It's a
about
setup,
40
Russ. You
people
say
on
the
it
line.
once anyway.
No, delete that site. Keep it moving.
But the big issue was the fact that that was the only race that finished under green.
Yeah.
It's a very disappointing thing. Daytona 500 is a massive race, and I wasn't disappointed with Stenhouse winning. Obviously, I would
Is
have
it?
rather Logano, but
Of course.
Ooh.
you want to see it finish under green.
Yeah.
It takes away the almost kind of the aura of the win to me.
Yes.
Like just winning under yellow just doesn't have it. When you come into the line, it's like who's going to win, and then you come across the line and it's who's got it sort of thing. Whereas
Yeah.
it just, I don't know, it just kills it.
I
Yeah,
agree.
and the fans
They've-
just go home limp. Like,
Yeah.
they've cucked us the last couple years with blue balls. Like it's gross.
Can we talk about how the fact that the Daytona 500 is completely devalued at this point?
the fact that
I mean, don't blame NASCAR.
Stenhouse,
Blame these
Cindric,
fucking
and
shithead drivers that take
McDowell.
these insane
Oh.
risks. They know aren't going to like.
Oh, I do. I blame everybody. First of all, it falls on everybody. It's a complete failure from top to bottom.
In that interview, he said that's the only speedway car they got. For a lot of guys, that is the only speedway car they got. There's a lot of people that work a lot of hours, not on the clock, not getting paid, so they take care of their shit. All these fucking millionaires running around having fun out there, wrecking cars. They don't work on them. They don't fucking care. They're going to get paid regardless. So they go out there and they take the most insane risks you could possibly think of. Back in the day, Mark Martin, Sterling Marlin, Dale Earnhardt, they worked on their cars. Like if Mark Martin wanted a fan put in his car, he had to go find a fan and wire it himself. There's lots of guys that used to do shit.
But it's
like
also safety. Safety has allowed the drivers to do things that they would never have done back in like the 60s or 70s. It's the same in like F1. Those guys will put themselves at risks now that they never would have done back in the day. And obviously we want the cars to be as safe as possible because we don't want people dying. But then that comes with a price of people just doing stupid stuff that they would never would have done. But that's now acceptable because it's okay. If you're going to do that, you're going to wreck both of us, and that's up to you. And I mean, being a Logano fan, I'm terrible. I'm kind of.
We're in too deep. We're in too deep,
Yeah.
man. We are in too deep. That's what it is.
this is amazing. We're having like a genuinely good conversation on this podcast. Might be a first ever. I don't know.
Here comes
I enjoyed
DT,
that.
like,
Speaking of
Good points. Left, right,
Speaking
and
of
center.
aggressive moves that people might not have pulled in past generations, I have that clip of the Austin Dillon triggered wreck. I know everyone knows what we're talking about, but just Jacob's reaction is hilarious. I want you guys to hear it. He was just screaming.
I didn't know you recorded shrimp audio. I cannot hear this.
Yeah, we never know when you guys.
You're
I was
streaming
not
your
here. I
desktop.
was not here.
No
for this.
audio.
Are you streaming your entire desktop or just the window?
Listen, if there's no audio for this, let me tell you, you should have heard me and my mom watching this in my living room and us like screaming our lungs off. And then the minute Brad wrecks at the end, we cry.
Ed, can we get your mom on the podcast?
That would actually be harder than we might think.
You thought about that a lot longer than I thought you would. I'm impressed.
You might have to pay that woman. She knows her worth.
Oh yeah, we don't make any money from this.
He knows the value of her labor.
Larson.
Oh yeah, I can hear this.
Okay. Larson and Stenhouse. Larson and Stenhouse.
Yeah, I can't hear
Oh,
I can hear it clear as day.
crash.
I can't hear anything.
You guys got to turn the mic on then.
No, we got to go to Cody's. Go to Cody's stream.
All right, Cody, can you play it again? Everyone was too stupid to figure out how to listen.
Podcast in human history.
Wait, did Chastain add chrome green numbers?
Oh my God.
Larson and Stenhouse. Larson and Stenhouse. Yeah, Byron turns. Crash.
They're literally still looking at these guys. The caution comes out, and then they cut.
Let's just ignore it.
Jimmy's in it. That's biased.
Dude, Jacob should literally. We need Jacob and Ben to have full-time NASCAR jobs because they actually know what is happening.
No, we don't. We do not want
Yes.
Ben in the
What do you mean you don't want Ben? Yeah, it's a
I
driver's
love
perspective
Ben.
right there. From a viewer's perspective, we need Ben. We need him. He is highly required.
Harry was not too
Ben
happy with
needs some
some
more
calls
work.
near the end of the course season.
We need
I would
Ben.
like to say on record, Ben did not make any bad decisions. They just always went against me, which is why I'm pissed off.
That's all right. That's fair and acceptable, but we love Ben, and Ben did great.
Can we just, there's one, I only have one car that I can bring up on Drip or Drown because we went through like the entire field last week. Lucas Oil announced that they're sponsoring Kyle Busch.
Mm.
And
That's
the car is blue.
And there's not enough of that anymore, and
I
that's
don't like the little lip on the L being outside the wheel or outside the
That-
wheel well.
That's
that's just the perspective of this angle. I think.
Yeah,
It's
that's the
looking at
flared
it.
out fender.
This is the reality of putting stickers on the back of a Camaro now. This thing's so annoying.
There's only so much you can do
had
about
that big
that.
caboose
This car is
jutting out
hot.
there.
This car is hot.
With that,
I honestly kind of like it, and a lot of people went off on Twitter and said this was like horrible and stuff, but it's better than I think almost
Dude, if that thing has a
everything
white
else that
hood
Kyle's
that's
running.
coated,
it's all right. I'll tell you
No,
what.
I hope it just says Lucas across the top, all stretched out like Bobby Gerhart.
That white little fender design with the red outline from a distance, that almost might look like the Hendrick cars.
Well, I mean,
Dude,
if you look at this little section of car only, yeah, but not the rest
This is
of it.
cute though, dude. This is.
I
cute.
like it. I like it.
These next gen cars, it seems like simpler designs suit them.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. I would certify this as drip.
I wouldn't go that far.
I would.
All right,
a little drippy.
and that's Drip or Drown.
Like you look at the 48 car, it's
Oh.
way overdone. And I like those colors. They're on my race car, but they've gone way too over the top with it. It's like too much going on.
I saw some tweets from the Ally account where they're like, "Oh, here's the person who designed the car, and they're having a
Oh,
good time."
no.
And then I felt bad because I was like, I guess, yeah, there's a human behind every design, but man, that car sucks. Genuinely,
We love all the humans, but not all cars are created equal. We'll put it like that.
yeah.
So yeah, this might be an unpopular opinion, but I quite like William Byron's Raptor scheme this year. I think it looks quite good.
It's
Yeah,
good,
it was way better.
except for the fact that it looks like a Tyler Reddick car from last year. That's the only
does
problem with it. Oh, have you not seen this? All right, hold on.
No, I haven't.
What car are you talking about?
The 3G.
Give me a second.
Hold on to your butts.
It's just standard black. That's fine.
I do like his current Raptor car. It's so much better, Byron's car, because it's so much better than the horrible one he ran last year.
That's way better than the one he did.
Yeah, I think that's really nice.
Yeah.
But there is genuinely one thing that completely ruins it for me. And that is that it's simply a worse version of this
Oh
car.
my god.
Dude, I
Like,
like
Oh,
this car.
wait a
I
minute.
like
It
this
is-
car more.
It is
Side by side,
simply
that.
just not as good as the 3G car.
Yeah.
Dude, the 3G one was hot.
It was, but I mean, you're comparing it to solid gold here. I mean, what are you expecting?
I know, but like, look at how similar the design is, and it's just kills it for me.
I don't know. I think you're grasping at straws a little bit. Like the
just kind of the flicks and
the bottom part on the side, like it's got that little just one like spike that's similar. But I mean, the rest of the car,
it's giving me this.
I don't
same artist vibes.
It looks like
they're not the same artist,
but it looks like the same sort of like techniques sort of thing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, like a flowy black and white thing with a little bit of color.
I think these are two totally different cars that, like, you know, they have their own upsides. I don't know. I don't see these relating to each other. I see like maybe one section where the car looks similar, but that's about it.
I agree.
All right, that's Drip or Drown.
We're drowning DriveThrough this season.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. You're allowed to disagree with me.
No, it's okay. I love it.
I do want to bring up one more thing.
Banned from the pod.
And once again, you're allowed to disagree with me, but Cole Custer's car this year might be one of the best ones he's ever driven.
Well, that's not a
fan. I'm not a fan of the black, white, and.
Is DriveThrough washed?
red.
Is that our next
Damn.
question?
Oh my god.
What's up with that weird
dragged.
white spot, triangle spike, like right in the?
Yeah, that seems like a 23XI wrap installation issue right there. Someone messed
Bring
up.
up All Guy's car because I didn't really like look at it up close, but I quite liked it when I saw it on the broadcast.
Ooh, this is a good picture of it too. Ooh.
Oh, see, it doesn't look as good there. I don't think.
Yeah, it
Dude,
was
in person. That thing would be a
weird.
nut.
If you're up close to it, maybe. I don't know about from a distance.
The side logo's tough
Dude,
with the
but,
little
like-
black outline, but the rest of it, like the front looks sick.
This
In
is a
person,
sweet
that's
picture.
neon. In person, that thing's gonna be neon and popping.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hot.
And
Yeah.
I think it'll look better at night. It's one of those cars that looks good at night.
So this was a special like 70th anniversary of Brant scheme.
For Daytona only, I believe.
Yes, except for the rest of the season, they're running a different 70th anniversary scheme, which just incorporates like a little bit more of the red, but also a lot of black.
See,
Well,
I think
it's
he's
got-
had some of the best Xfinity schemes
They
over
got
the
rid of
last
the
couple years.
corn.
Yes.
No, the
Well,
corn, no, the corn's back. Corn's
All
back.
Junior Motorsports.
No,
have.
but not as much. The corn was better.
Oh, it
when
is
the-
there. It is there. Yeah, yeah.
Well, this is just a render. It might be different on
Dude,
track.
No, he confirmed it on Twitter. It's back.
We need more corn than that. It was better when they had more corn.
Tons
But
of corn.
Junior Motorsports has had like, I mean, they have one of the best designers in the game, if
Yeah,
not
they
the
have.
best designer.
They've had the best looking cars for the last couple of years.
His
in my opinion.
last year's Brant thing was
That
sick.
is a lot of corn.
Yeah.
Just tons of corn.
OBB.
I like the one he had, which was it a black base and then it had all the colors on it. The kind of
Dude,
it was blocky.
Dude, that
Like this one.
Oh,
This is like an opposite one that he ran.
I don't know what that
Precision
is,
build.
but
I
that
quite like
I've
the white
never
one as
seen
well.
Dude,
I don't think I've ever
this
seen that before.
one. Yeah, dude.
And then he
That's
also
hot.
ran a white
Yeah.
one.
I like the,
I
I
like
like the
the
corn
corn on the
spec.
splitter too.
Yeah, look at the splitter.
Oh, I've
corn.
never seen the
Yeah.
corn split.
I think I just became a Justin Allgaier fan live.
I think he ran the white one only when Miguel Paludo
Yes.
ran the 88.
Yep.
Cody, why do you
Um,
look so
Yeah,
mad?
because they had a foreign guy run another car which had green on it, didn't they? Was it a Brazilian guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Miguel Paludo. Which also looked sick.
Yeah, but he ran a different one to that was nice as well.
Did he?
Yeah, or there was another one with green on it. I'm sure it was a white-based one.
That might have been the
Yeah, I know what you're
that might have
talking. I
been
know
the
what
year
you're talking
before.
about. Yeah.
You're onto something.
Because I think he's been doing this for a few years.
Yeah.
But I don't have a picture of it, so get fucked.
Damn.
Oh, we know what you're talking about.
You can't say it to the guest.
I can. There's not a lot of people who watch this.
Hey.
I'd like to apologize to all of our British fans who've just been insulted by Harry Tiller's hand gesture.
I love it.
And I'd like to also apologize to everyone else in the world who doesn't know what that means.
It's the peace sign.
Exactly.
Okay. That was Drip or Drown. It is time for Slap's crazy ass
Oh
moments
shit.
in history.
All right. So this what?
Hey,
Oh shit.
It's time for
Oh my god!
Slap's crazy ass moments in history.
Holy shit!
Ben put together a new theme.
What?
It starts with gunfire too. It's great.
What the fuck?
Aren't you glad
That
you
was-
stayed for the podcast, Ed?
Oh, that was the greatest thing I ever heard in my whole life.
Shout out to Ben.
We now have 3 theme songs, 4 if you count
True.
the
Yeah.
main theme.
Slap,
All
you
right,
going? Are you? Did you get drafted or something? What's up with the haircut? We talking about this?
No,
John Cena, is that you?
no,
You going to war?
dude, my hair was getting long. I had a mullet back here, dude. I had to like buzz
Dude,
that
it was
shit off.
base before.
Listen, what's
but now
wrong
it's
with
getting-
that?
Buzz
Yeah,
that
hold
shit
on.
off, man.
It's getting a little Oklahoma City.
My time is up. My time is now.
I just gotta get the high and tight. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, on to the crazy ass moment in history.
Sure.
So the day is January 15th, 2019,
Okay.
Nairobi, Kenya.
Okay.
A group of terrorists enter a hotel, and a lone SAS agent goes in, smokes 2 of them, saves all the hostages. This is the story of Obi-Wan Nairobi. So,
Obi-Wan
Allowed to say that?
God.
Wait, what?
Obi-Wan Nairobi. This dude's like nickname.
Oh, they actually call him that. Okay.
Yeah, this is his nickname, Obi-Wan Nairobi. So
Be right back.
So there's this Kenya at the time was involved in the Somali civil war that's been going on for, I don't know, all of our lives, I guess.
Okay.
This is like a conflict that's been going on since like the Black Hawk Down days. Like Somalia's a shit show. But there's this like new terrorist group on the block called Al-Shabaab, and they decide they don't like Kenya being involved in this war, so they plot a terrorist attack, and they decide they're going to blow up a car bomb outside of this massive hotel and office complex in Nairobi. And 5 armed gunmen then start throwing grenades. They start going around taking hostages and everything. Just so happened to be there was a SAS operator named Christian Craghead, who was training Kenyan special forces on how to deal with counter terrorist operations and all that. And when all this happens, you know, his guys are getting called up and everything, but nobody's calling him up. He, of his own volition, decides to get his AR-15, put on a balaclava, put on his chest rig, belt rig, and all of that, and he goes in wearing blue jeans and a button-down shirt, and decides to go in there and take care of business by himself. No
Holy
team, no
shit.
nothing.
Looks like
Oh
some
my
Skechers
God.
sneakers as well.
This looks like a Call of Duty character.
I mean, he basically is.
That's Ghost right there.
Yeah.
Fresh out of the gulag.
Side eyeing the dudes.
That box elder from last week survived, by the way.
No, I think it became a kitty snack.
It's possible.
Is this
Anyway,
guy still alive?
So yeah, pretty much everybody in that building is still alive. And
Are these the?
he goes
who's
by
this,
like
Slap?
this is Kenyan special forces trying to escort people out of the building.
Oh, okay. Wondering about that.
damn.
That big old
Right there? What is that?
big old G3 battle rifle he's got.
There you go.
That
Look
thing's
at that big
hefty.
ass gun right there. Look at that big motherfucking rifle. That's a battle rifle, boys.
Look at that dude in the
I
gray
mean,
jacket
I
admiring
like
that
the
gun.
documentation of this, but whoever's taking the camera is
I was gonna
fucking
say
stupid.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd
it's
be
like
out
in the
there.
line of
It's
fire
not being
right
a
there.
photographer. I'm saving myself.
That is a hell of a shot, though.
He's like in the
Yeah.
line of fire.
This is how you will. This,
Yeah,
is
this,
how you win a
this guy was
Pulitzer.
going to get a Pulitzer or die trying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So Christian Craghead runs in there by himself, and at first,
Great name, by the way.
yeah, just a great last name. But he at first he doesn't get any contact with any terrorists or anything, but he hears people like crying for help, so he escorts people out of the building, you know, one at a time, groups at a time. It's kind of difficult to say how many people he saved, but the estimate is somewhere in 50, 60, 70 range.
Was that guy's eyeballs showing his like temperature?
It is kind of weird how they've like anime blurred his eyes there, but his face is just over here.
Yeah. But yeah, he's escorting people out, and he and Kenyan special forces and police forces end up getting pretty much every single hostage out, after the initial skirmish kicked off. And they think that, they've taken out a few terrorists and everything. They think that the whole ordeal's been done with. But all this happens on January 15th. By January 16th, they decide they're going to go back in and clear everything out and make sure. And then more gunshots go off, a grenade goes off, and they realize that there's still guys in there ready to put up a fight. Well, a Christian crackhead goes in with a group this time, and he smokes 2 terrorists, and the rest of all get mopped up. And by all accounts, this was a complete disaster for Al-Shabaab, and the Kenyan Special Forces, police forces, and this lone SAS operator ended up saving the vast majority of people in this situation.
That's fucking sick.
But yeah, just one dude picked up his gun, went in there, and fucking started taking names, and was the hero of the day.
That's gonna be a movie.
One Man Army, the video game.
Later.
Have you ever seen the movie?
No, it's The Raid. It's The Raid. What do you mean?
The Raid is a goated fucking movie, by the way.
Sounds like that one scene in the movie, The Patriot. Could be like the Revolutionary War version. Some dude just going in and picking off like a bunch of dudes and saving a bunch of dudes completely on his own.
As long as you're not holding a baby in a doorway, you're gonna be fine.
Oh my god.
That's a reference to something.
Yeah, keep it moving.
All right, on to the next. Slap, thank you for the crazy ass moment in history. Shout out to Christian Crackhead. All right, next segment.
I'm not singing this time.
Sing it, pussy.
I should have done some research on this podcast before I came on.
We heard. Oh my god.
No, yeah, welcome to the show, Harry.
Did you not watch one of these?
Harry, we're so sorry, Harry.
That might have been the greatest fucking...
We just ruined Harry's whole career, his whole career outlook. Oh my
Activate
god.
movie
We
shooting.
lost one, boys.
I see it.
Harry, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think your career outlook is after this episode airs?
Significantly lower.
Thank you.
We put a NASCAR Xfinity driver through this. I just talked about poop the whole time. It was great. We gotta get.
I
him
watched a
in
few of
sometime.
your like race
poop and piss
review
bitches.
bits, but I've not gone too far into them.
Nobody should be watching this show if you really think about it.
Nobody does watch.
Yeah, nobody.
And those people are doing the right thing.
Nothing makes the Animal Planet theme song sound happy and cheerful like pulling that up after the crazy ass moments theme. The Animal Planet, by the way, is the segment of the show where we talk about the animals that we see at racetracks. And I'm not talking about ones on 4 legs. Well, actually, sometimes they might be. I'm talking about race fans that are just acting like
Loose dogs.
Loose dogs. Animals. People doing horrible things for unknown reasons. Cody, did you go anywhere this week?
Yeah,
You get any animal
bed and
sightings?
couch. Oh, my cats.
Cody was the animal.
How was the cats doing?
We get a cat check.
Emilio.
Oh, Emilio gets like beaten every night. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, by Ellie.
Cody's gonna become a partnered Twitch streamer. Easy.
Yeah, Ellie is like twice the size of Emilio.
But
Anyway,
no animals.
genuinely, does anyone have any stories from?
I will have lots of stories this year.
Ooh.
I
Oh,
guarantee it.
Teaser.
I might have one in about 2 weeks' time, based on my trip to a certain state.
Are you gonna tell the people?
I might be going back to Cali.
The Promised Land.
The
I'm excited
Promised
to hear about
Land. I'm gonna be invading the Promised Land, and I'm leaving a stain on it. If I'm, gonna be honest.
My races this upcoming weekend got canceled, and if I want to make it out there so bad, but
I got one for the people listening at home.
I'd have to spend so much money. I'm not doing it.
What do you mean? As opposed to, for who else? What?
Me? You talking to me or Cody? My bad.
Talk to him, whoever you are. Talk to him, please.
For like shit. Dude, I got one for the people at home. We got people on the street. We got eyewitnesses now. If you want to see some animalistic things, go to a grocery store on like a Sunday around like 11 or about 1 p.m. Dude, that's like the bottom of the barrel humanity.
There are some animals afoot.
You're gonna witness a couple things at a grocery store. So I'll leave it at that.
As someone that's worked
like a public arrest.
What?
As someone that's worked 5+ years at a grocery store out of my life, I can attest to that.
Dude, Sunday late mornings are animalistic.
Tons
brings
of
their kids out too.
You've never seen somebody get arrested on a Sunday morning outside of a Kroger?
No. Have you?
Why?
Yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about because I'm from down south and like late morning you can start getting like all the church people coming in. Yeah, wearing their Sunday best.
All right, yeah. And you know who they mingle with? The crackheads that are also wandering in there around the same time of day.
No, dude. If you, I'll tell you, like in the South and in the Bible Belt, total animalistic behavior is at an Ingles grocery store at like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning because they're trying to get rid of like all their excess stock for the week. They're trying to get rid of like all the meat that's about to go bad. They're selling it for like half off. Yeah, tons of meat, and so like all the crackheads come out. Tons of meat. Back when I used to live in a fucking trailer, I was renting with 3 other people. We'd all like, it was like a weekly event. Like, we got like $20 between the fucking 4 of us. Let's go down to the fucking grocery store at 8 o'clock in the morning, see if we can't get some steak.
Is this an episode of Trailer Park Boys?
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Were your roommates Ricky and Bubbles and Julian?
Did you roll a 6 paper?
My roommates were far more debased.
Were those the 3 other dudes that you were living with?
Now, one worked at a PetSmart, the other dude worked at FedEx.
That sounds a lot like the Trailer Park Boys.
I never watched that, so I don't know.
Yeah, I work with kitties, and I
Ed is genuinely upset.
Get out of
You
here.
gotta watch it. If you're out there listening to this, you gotta watch Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah,
Come on.
true.
You can't be a shrimp and not know what Trailer Park Boys is. Come on now.
Yeah, I think the epitome of a grocery store at 11 a.m. on a Sunday is witnessing 60-year-old middle-aged women threaten to assault teenage cashiers for their coupons not being accepted. Things along those nature.
Listen, if you've never seen somebody get tased outside of a Kroger, have you really lived?
Speaking of animalistic behavior, dude, it'll be like fucking 7 a.m., 8 a.m. on a weekday. You know, you got people like on their way to work, trying to get their energy drinks, trying to get some snacks for later in the day and everything, stopping by the gas station, trying to get gas to go to work. It never fails. There's always some dude trying to pay like in cash or an EBT card or some shit for like 14 different lottery tickets and the most obscure brand of fucking cigarettes you've ever seen in your goddamn life. And he's like pointing like at the cashier, like, no, that green one over there. No, over there to your right. No, the left and up, down, and all this shit. And he's like trying to order like lottery tickets. Like, let me get number 7, an 11, a 42. Number 9 large, and he's just like going through the fucking
number
like
6 with extra dip.
Yeah. And dude, like this morning there was a line of like 11 of us, and this one dude's like trying to pay with this like piece of shit card. It gets declined like 3 times in a row. He's like trying to order all these lottery tickets, trying to get these cigarettes I've never heard of in my fucking life. I'm just like, dude, like, come on. Some of us got like jobs to be at, dude. Get the fuck out of here.
I hate the lottery dudes. I can't tell you how many times I've been commuting to a new track or just to another track, trying to get from point A to point B as soon as possible. Stop at a gas station, fill up. Would you like a receipt? Yes. That's how I get reimbursed for my mileage and gas. Oh, receipt clerk has receipt. You got to go inside. Then you go inside. There's one person in front of you. Just spending 15 minutes buying fucking lottery tickets. It's like,
and if you watch the lottery dude, if you watch him, he'll get his lottery tickets. He'll go outside, and he doesn't go to like to his car because he fucking walked there.
Scratches them off in the parking lot and just comes right back in. And
he scratches them all off in the parking lot. He gets like a little bit of money, goes back in, gets more lottery tickets with that money, loses everything.
Degenerate animals they are.
And then he goes like, "Oh, damn it!" And he throws all the lottery tickets away because they're not worth anything anymore. And I'm like,
No,
"Yeah,
the government is
congratulations! You
against
just
me,
blew like
yeah.
$20 on absolutely nothing, you asshole."
America.
I had to wait behind one
yeah.
of those guys at in the state of West Virginia. West Virginia is the worst state in the union, by the way. In case you're wondering.
This is true.
Take me home.
Country roads, but don't ever go to West Virginia because you will die.
Harry, I gotta ask you, because I know you race dinky little cars around Britain. Are there a lot of like fans and are there any animals? Anyone like weird at your tracks? I'm just wondering, what's it like?
I mean,
the
you get
atmosphere?
the oddball, but nothing like ridiculous. I mean, the world final for the Nationals, which is our top series, there's like a bunch of formulas that race on that day, and you get kind of like the Chili Bowl vibe with they get water balloons and they're chucking at the grid girls when they're going by on the back of the pace truck with the winners.
Does that mean they pay you 10 pence?
What?
The Chili Bowl doesn't pay you a goddamn dime around here.
Oh no, that. Well, you think the Chili Bowl probably get paid way more than they do. But it's nothing too much. You just get the occasional like
Are you sure
weirdos coming up, but that's part of it. The thing I get, what I find weird in America is the amount of fights you guys have at short tracks because they're allowed to just crash and then get out the cars. The big thing over here now is you're not allowed to get out of your car. If you get out of your car on track, that's like the biggest no-no. And it's sort of to stop
I wonder why.
with all that adrenaline and then going and fighting a guy.
I wonder why. I think.
I wonder what could have caused. Oh, there it is. Oh my God.
But
Jeez.
we have a weird thing over here where not a lot of people talk the issues out. It stays on track, and if someone wants to get someone back, they'll get them back on track, and that doesn't really happen off track.
Stand.
They have such a big thing over here about what happens in the pits, and it kind of ruins you getting those stories, but it's a good thing as well because it does keep it more family friendly.
Did you get back that one lap car who wrecked you in that race?
No, I didn't.
And
I didn't.
you got a penalty for it?
Not yet.
He's smiling. It's coming.
Right.
It's coming.
No. I'm not that sort of guy. I've not
racers
got enough
never
money to
forget.
be able to do that. But
That's fair. All right.
What
Yeah.
we-
He doesn't got
just-
enough money.
the series I race in at the moment, I can't really do that. It's quite a family friendly, and once I move to 2 liters, then it'll be a bit more like you give what you or you get what you give, and you give what you get.
Harry, listen to me, bro. You know, you just told us that you are in a NASCAR world that is pre-1979. What you need to do is wreck somebody at the end of the Daytona 500 and then punch him in the head with a helmet.
And kickstart it all.
And that was
his leg as he's kicking at you.
that's what's gonna start the whole deal. Okay, so just get that shit rolling, and you're in.
But the best place we go is a place called Skegness. So we do a
What?
2-day event there.
bless you.
I don't think you can say that.
I don't think you can say that either.
But it's well known that it's a bit of a dive over here, and yeah, you get some creatures like turn up to the track, and
Some creatures.
we stay at a campsite, and they're all in there drinking and stuff, and yeah, you see yeah, you have some wildlife to watch over that weekend, that's for sure.
Why, do you have any
That's where the
stories?
animals
I gotta
are.
hear
That's
about
where the
this.
animals are.
The British animals.
People bring the alcohol, the animal comes out.
But I want. Have any of you done Talladega? Because I always hear about Talladega having like
Oh,
a crazy nightlife.
Oh yeah.
And I'd like to do the 500, obviously. Well, I was meant to, and
Yeah.
then the Chili Bowl's on my list as well.
Harry, come across the pond, my friend. We will.
Dude,
Hey, what about
invite
the
you.
Indy
what
500?
you're right. Yeah.
Yeah,
gotta-
you suggested that before. I need to have a look into that.
Take us
I
up
think
on
I
one of
can do
these
it.
trips, and we will fucking do it. If Harry shows up, I'm showing up. Are you kidding
Ooh,
me?
shit.
I'd have liked to have
Alright.
done Wilkesboro, but the tickets are sold out.
Yeah,
that's-
it's,
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't
That's
waste your money at the
why we're doing
Chili
Indy.
Bowl. Especially unless Larson or Christopher Bell.
Yeah.
comes.
Stay up
Well,
till
yeah.
2 a.m. watching
Like-
the race.
I was
I'd have been
told by
fuming if I'd have gone this year and I didn't get to see like Larson. or Bell.
Anyone.
what 2 people that
Dude.
have made that race what it is for the last 10, 15 years. I was told by like a bunch of people that I worked with last year that worked there this year as well that the vibe just was not the same at all, that it just seemed kind of dead.
Harry, do you know how much they pay the winner of all of like the whole week of racing of the Chili Bowl?
Well, if I hasten to guess, I'd say 20, 30 grand to win it.
No.
A little bit lower.
What is it?
It's 10.
So yeah, that's a bit.
It's $10,000
$10,000
to win the Chili Bowl. Are you serious?
That's what we've been talking about.
That's the meme, yeah.
Six days of racing total, about 300 to 400 entries, like thousands of
and
pit
that's
passes
the
sold,
winner.
thousands of
NASCAR Heat Esports used to pay more than the Chili Bowl.
Pretty sure the Goodies Dash series paid more than that to finish like back half of the field.
That's why Larson and Bell didn't go, because they're like, it's just not worth our time.
Larson didn't go as a protest of the purse. Bell didn't go because he's not allowed to anymore.
Joe
because
Gibbs-
Joe Gibbs is telling him
Toyota
that he's
locked his
no
ass
more
down. That's so
extracurricular
stupid.
racing anymore. You're not allowed.
Does keeping the prize fund make it more low, make it more competitive?
It makes it a hell of a lot more worth it for those smaller guys that are trying to work their way through the soup and to get a good finishing spot, for the purse to be a little bit more decent.
Yeah, I just mean, like, if it was a bigger purse, the bigger teams would be more focused on it, and they would be. But I guess they are more focused on it anyway.
Yeah.
But
It's supposed to be like the Crown, the big little people car event.
Keith Kunz
want-
Racing
yeah.
Motorsports is like the mecca for like the midget
Show up with, like,
racing
6
teams.
cars,
They show up with
yeah.
like 20 cars, and they
Never mind.
usually have
Yeah.
a big chance of winning.
But it's hard for me to fathom the prices over there because, like, we get hardly any prize money over here. And then when I hear that someone's winning 10 grand for like a late model race or something like that, I'm like, what? How is that even
Harry,
possible?
my friend, you were born on the wrong side of the pond, my
Yeah.
friend. You gotta come over here. You would make $1 million in a minute.
10
And the
grand is
Gateway,
what they pay out.
the Gateway Nationals, like inside the dome, weren't they paying like 100 grand to win?
Yeah.
It was,
it's
no, it was
ridiculous.
$30K for the winner for the Gateway Dirt Nationals for the Saturday winner.
Okay.
But that was just 3 days of racing, and yeah, just the summer nationals or like any random just World of Outlaws late models race that pays like usually 10,000.
I mean,
more.
shit, dude. There's
And
like
they
a
have, like,
360
40 of those
sprint
in
race.
season.
There's like a 360 sprint race at Lawrence County Speedway. They're paying them like $5,000 to win that one.
It's a random local just sanction.
Yeah. It's like half as much as a Chili Bowl. Like, that's fucking ridiculous.
They've been doing the Chili Bowl for 30.
And that's less.
What is
They've been doing it for more years
I
than
was-
they
I'm
give you
trying to
money.
figure out.
I was looking at my pit pass that said like 37th, I believe, annual.
37
last
years for $5 to win.
They've been doing it, yeah. I think 38 years now. So if you go back 38 years and do the inflation calculator for what 10 grand was worth,
If you won the
38
Chili
years
Bowl,
ago, it's about
today-
25K now. So it should be at least 25K.
all right, you know what's crazy is if you win the Chili Bowl today, they give you the hat that Harry's wearing right now.
Yeah, fuck $25,000.
That's the prize. That's the grand prize.
Well, the
It's
grand
all
prize
right.
is the beans hat.
Oh, there it is. I don't know.
Beans.
How do I
Beans
sign
all
up?
day.
I'm trying to win.
A double buckets on the podcast.
It's the only bucket hat I own, by the way. Just beans, just tons of beans.
Mm.
You need a meat one.
Yeah, I was about to say. What is
Need a
this
spam
non-animal
one.
protein?
It's just glizzies.
Tons of meat.
We
When
love
we-
Lizzie Goblins in this house.
When we eventually make the Diabolical Master Plan, can we have like just tons of meat merch? Just,
Yes.
just
Yeah.
stuff covered in meat. All right, that's all I wanted.
Yes.
Meat
Fan mail.
glizzies and
Glizzies and
slushies.
slices of spam.
We need to make a long story short. Yes.
I forgot. I realized as soon as I hit stop last week that I completely forgot about the media check-in, which is unfortunate. Sorry, media check-in. What are we playing this week? What games are we playing, and what movies are we watching, or television programs?
PGA Shrimp Tournament tomorrow.
Ooh,
That
yeah,
is
it's
true.
true. Tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m.
Are we allowed to stream that? I might fire up the Twitch if we're allowed to stream.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. It may not be the right thing to stream.
Okay,
if that
well, that's
makes
why I was
sense.
asking ahead of time.
None of the other ones have been streamed.
Oh, okay.
I looked up because PGA 2K23 is on sale.
I
and
thought the
looked up
last one was
reviews,
streamed.
and it was
Am I
ass.
misremembering that?
No, we never streamed Shrimp Golf.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm misremembering.
All right. So what I'm hearing is we're not going to we're not going to stream shrimp golf, and we have to cut the whole segment we just did.
What do you mean? They can still know about it.
Cut that last part.
It's not a secret. I'm not cutting anything.
All right, and they can know about it from right now. All right, what's going on from now on?
You're not getting an edit for free.
Delete Lila.
I'll pay for it.
What are we playing? What are we up to? I've been playing Dirt 3. Does that count? Playing a lot of Dirt 3.
Counts.
Great
Dirt
game.
3's hot. Dirt 3's cute. And unfortunately, I don't think that everybody that was in Dirt 3 is still around, are they?
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
How long before we just get a Dirt 2/Dirt franchise just segment in this show?
Can we all somehow group play Dirt 2?
I don't know.
No. 3 you can on Steam. If you have a Steam copy of 3, you can still play online. But I want to mod it. I looked into a lot of the stuff today, and I can at least put Dirt 2 cars in Dirt 3, and I want to look into like just, I don't know, modding it a lot. But that'll take a bunch of time. It's a weird thing. I'm like halfway through season 2 of Clarkson's Farm, which I started watching, and I wanted to talk about last week, and I forgot about it. Fantastic television program.
I told you it's good.
I'd
watched all of it before you said, because you were like, how have you watched it all? But it came out earlier for us over here. And
yeah, I was talking about it like the day it came out. I was like, yeah, I started watching it. Harry's like, I'm done the season. I was like, what? What do you mean? It came out today, but apparently in the UK it's slightly earlier.
Yeah. No, it's really good. Because even though he's an asshole, he's actually trying to be good for the community. He's trying to do everything as green as possible. He's actually trying to do it the right ways. Okay, he's spending a lot of his own money and he's kind of been able to shortcut it that way, but he's showing how difficult it is to be a farmer and then how he's getting screwed by the councillors. And it just shows you that basically anywhere, people are just doing it for their own gain and because they don't like certain people, even though it's actually going to benefit a lot of people. And
the farmers like genuinely respect him.
Yeah.
Which is good to see. Like I was never a huge Jeremy Clarkson guy. And I started watching, I think season 1 like a year after it came out, something like that. It just feels genuine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like really.
And I think it is.
The characters are great and they're actual people and the story's fantastic and the editing is always really good. Well presented. I really do enjoy it. Even if you don't know anything about farming or cars or tractors or whatever, I think it's worth at least a few episodes watching. Caleb said that
very interesting.
He said his grandma was watching that show, which is kind of based. Yeah, shout out to Clarkson's Farm, season 2. Cut the check, Amazon. Anything else?
Video game endeavors have been dead since core. Like, what's the today?
Yeah, I've put my steering wheel away and I've actually kind of enjoyed it. Well, I'm running a league on Sundays starting next week that run the ARCA car because it's great.
Is that the 96 league, the car league?
96.
The
Tony Raines car.
Yeah, the Tony Raines.
Yeah.
Couldn't remember who's driving that car. I always think JJ Yaley when I think of that scheme, that car. But he ran
because of the Busch Series ones that he drove with DLP.
I think he was in that car like 1 year for like 2008 in the car tomorrow.
Maybe.
Anyway.
I don't know. I actually haven't. This is gonna sound weird. I haven't had a whole lot of time to play video games recently.
No,
I've been like getting out and about, which is nuts.
Life's too busy for video games at the moment.
All right. It's time for the last segment on the show. Fan mail.
Send in your fucking mail. Wash your fucking hands, slap.
Send them in, guys.
Send them in, guys. Wash your fucking hands, slap. I don't give a fuck, man. You better send in those emails at this point. Welcome to fan mail. Fan mail. Fan mail. Fan mail.
Hey, this is your first time ever.
That's a
It's fan mail.
That's close.
We have an email, and if anyone wants to send questions, comments, concerns, they can send them into ShrimpHoursPresents@gmail.com, and then we read it on the show.
Send them in, guys.
Unless they suck.
Yeah, unless they suck. Well, we'll still read them. We'll just probably make fun of you. Speaking of which, The first email comes in from Corel. Corel Video Studio Company Promotion YouTube.
How we doing?
It says, "Dear potential partner, we've been following the creativity on your YouTube channel for a long time, and I've chosen you as a potential partner for further work."
Cut the check. Let's get sponsored.
It's some Estonian video editing software. If you are interested, we look forward to your response to this email in the form of a reply letter. As soon as we see your response, we will send you the terms and conditions of the contract and the promotional video. Think we can make money?
No,
cut the check.
We ain't making a dime off this shit. Are you kidding me?
Cut
Says
the
we
check.
offer you
Nothing
to
good
cooperate
has ever come
with
out of
us.
Estonia.
Next question.
Jesus.
I don't know. They have a pretty hot prime minister.
I was about to say, I know 2 people from Estonia, and they're both very attractive.
All
Okay.
right, there are reconsidered.
That's all I need to hear.
It's in the
convinced.
papers.
Cut the check.
We never drew a dime. Wait a minute.
You may remember last week we asked people to send in their resumes to replace someone on the podcast, and then they were supposed to
Just
call it who
anyone.
it was.
Oops.
Some guy wrote in, he says, "I have 145 subscribers on YouTube and 49 Twitter followers. And
Caleb.
I posted a video of a fight at Caraway Speedway on YouTube, and it got over 60,000 views.
Hey.
That's more than Caleb too.
Also, I want to replace DT and take over all his channels."
Okay.
You can have them, to be honest. They're not very good.
It's a hostile
signed up.
takeover.
I'm fine with
How
that.
do we let you in? How do we let you in right now?
That is from Mr. Ass. Thank you.
Mr. Ad, welcome to the show.
You get all the ad revenue too, which is like dozens of dollars.
That's
Yeah,
like
I hope you like having $10 a month.
that's like almost 40 cents per episode of this podcast. It's
You
incredible.
might be able to afford Netflix, maybe, if your family's not very big.
Rusty Broussard writes in, "Hello Shrimps, it's Rusty again. And for my question for you guys, are any of you going to SRX races this summer? I'm going to both Stafford and Thunder Road Speed Bowl, since they're both in my region. I'll also be going to New Hampshire NASCAR for the 3rd consecutive year."
I'll be honest. No, there's none in my area.
Fair. Ed, where you going?
I may or may not be present at my favorite racetrack in the world, Berlin Raceway.
The fact that they're this year they're going to your favorite track with your favorite driver now added to the series.
And can I also mention the fact that I purchased those tickets before Brad Keselowski announced his attendance?
It was meant to be.
It was meant to be.
Have any of you guys been to SRX before?
Yeah, I went
No.
to the Slinger one a couple of years ago.
Oh yeah. Cody's been to
I went to
Slinger.
Nashville.
Where's
I went to-
Motor Mile Speedway? Hold on.
I went to Knoxville.
It's in North Carolina.
This
Oh,
will
yeah.
be my first time.
It's in West Virginia.
Yeah, they don't
Is
have any SRX in my area. If they did, I'd probably go.
That's
Come to
far.
Berlin. Come to Berlin. I'll meet you there.
How long of a drive? Hold on.
I'm looking at my proposed work schedule alongside the SRX schedule. It's not looking.
Is it Raceway? Berlin Raceway?
I'll do what Rusty did to me, and I will point you to the wrong section of the track and tell you I'm there.
Yeah, that's why I'm not going.
They don't know that, Lawyer.
They will learn one day.
Okay,
Hold on. I might be a
my house. It's like a 6-hour drive. It's far out there in Michigan, dude. It's like past Grand Rapids.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing the long
That's
haul
not
for.
bad.
I might be free for the Lucas Oil one.
Listen, I have a chauffeur. Send him in, guys. I have a chauffeur. We're going in.
Yeah, you have it easy. If someone could just drive me, hey, listen.
Yeah,
Anyone wants to
listen,
drive
go
me
ahead,
from
just-
Toronto to friggin' Berlin Raceway, or send us an email.
Send it back, guys.
Trust me, Berlin Raceway is a cute little place. If you ever want to, if you're in the state of Michigan and you want to go hang out at a racetrack, Berlin Raceway is the perfect spot. I'm not sponsored by them at all. I've just had fun of them many a time.
It's not that far from like the Chicago area. It's sort of on
It's
the
not
west
that
end of
far.
Michigan.
It's not that far from Grand Rapids, which if you are a beer drinker, you can drink many a beer in the city of Grand Rapids
Why is that?
because they have the one and only Founders Brewing Company
Oh,
I love Founders.
Right down the steps of the one and only Berlin Raceway, you can get yourself the best beer in the world.
Get a couple KBSs and die.
Get you a stout, spill it on the carpet.
I don't know that lore either.
And live your life, baby. All right, that's all I got to say about it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I might try to go to that Lucas Oil one, the last SRX race on the schedule.
All right.
That might
When's
be
that?
the only one free on my work schedule. It is August 17th.
Oh yeah.
Down in Wheatland, Missouri.
Stone Cold aka Dustin writes in, hey Shrimps, quick simple question. If you could create a shrimp meal at another fast food place that isn't McDonald's, where would it be and what would the meal look like?
It would have to be an all breakfast meal. Oops, all breakfast.
Got one.
Slap. Did you?
All right.
Immediate.
All right. So when I worked at Zaxby's, this was like my go-to.
Okay.
So they have the tongue torch sandwich, which is like 3 chicken fingers on 2 pieces of Texas toast, and they put like their tongue torch hot sauce and then ranch on top of it too.
Okay.
When I worked there, I put cheese and bacon on it, and it was goated with the swouse. It was so fucking good.
Give her a try. Slap, what do you call it? You need a name for this sandwich of whatever.
Goated with the swouse.
Goated with the swouse.
Is that the McFishin sequel?
I guess.
Yeah, but without the
go,
fish.
Yeah, so Zaxby's
ask
near
them
you.
get the tongue torch sandwich, put some bacon and cheese on there. Good to go. It is drippy though. Like you will need many napkins to eat this fucking thing.
It is the sauce after all. All right. Andrew R from Down Under.
My favorite.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Andrew has provided us with proof of Ned, therefore he's my favorite.
He says, morning all y'all. Everything you know is wrong. Black is white, up is down, short is long. Recky Spithouse Jr. is the Daytona 500 winner. I wasn't that surprised by it.
Nah, I love Weird Al and I love Andrew.
With the big one now being caused by pushing 4 years in a row here, is it time to look at
Cody's
this?
camera fucked it.
It's already banned in ARCA and we're fairly easily policed by means of contact switches in the bumpers.
You can't do it. You can't ban bumping.
I don't think you can do it.
Series. I mean, that's the slowest series as it is. You're going to make the racing even worse.
Yeah,
it's just dreadful.
Yeah, I don't like the no bumper.
Here's how you deal with this. Okay.
Okay.
Whoever causes the big one because of an irresponsible push or an irresponsible block, when the race is over, you and all the other boys just take him out back behind the haulers and beat him up with lead pipes.
It's the real short track experience.
I mean, just get like everybody like Kevin Harvick, Jimmy Johnson, Brad Keselowski, find Austin Dillon and beat the ever living dog shit out of him. He'll
didn't
stop.
Harvick spin someone out? He spun Reddick out.
Why is Austin Dillon in that group?
Didn't he cause like a big accident?
No, he got run the fuck over.
But he spun Almirola to win his one.
I mean, regardless, I mean, Austin should be beaten up every year anyway.
All right, fair play. Andrew says, P.S. The never-ending commercials on Commercial 500 this year were replaced mostly with ambient noise in the worldwide feed, except the Coca-Cola advert.
Yeah, it's because Coke has a grip on the world, dude.
Yeah,
you can't sell prescription drugs abroad.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. And Coca-Cola, I guess, spent money to not get muted in the international feed.
Can we talk about how that was my concern about Brad winning the 500? Was that even if he did win, they were never going to make his car like as a diecast or a flag or a t-shirt.
Oh, because it was just some random drug?
Because it's prescription drugs. Who wants that?
What was it even like treating?
I don't know.
Can we look this up?
Who knows?
I legitimately don't know. Like, it was just some random, like...
I mean, the paint scheme looked fucking great. It was just
a
like
great looking car.
The sponsor was stupid.
It is kind of Rick Wary, to be honest.
It really bothers me that is the car he ran.
What the hell is bempedoic acid and
Nextlimity? Can I say that?
I don't think you can say that.
That sounds like a slur.
It really sounds like something that should not be uttered.
It's for treating high cholesterol. The most common side effects are hyperuricemia and constipation.
Also, this is for people who are shitting themselves. This is you were pooping yourself.
No, this is if you have high cholesterol.
Which leads you to poop yourself, doesn't it?
Oh, does it?
Can you look at Solo?
See, when I first read that, it says negligee to me, which is isn't that what women wear?
It's got a different one on the hood too. He's got Nextel.
That's the one. His teammates
Nextel.
running that car later this year, I think.
What, Busher?
Yeah, Busher's running that car later.
Cody's fucking it.
Cody, would you please?
I did that preemptively, so it wouldn't cut out later.
Wait, this is also for cholesterol stuff. What?
All right. Well, the cholesterol's one thing.
All right, who knows? We don't need to put these. We don't need to give these.
Yeah,
at least
it's
not like erectile dysfunction.
Basically,
it is a 6 gun.
That would bring it like all together, like full circle. You know.
I just want to make a. Speaking of full circle, look right behind you, Slab. That's what my boy used to be sponsored by. Now he's sponsored by fucking drugs. That's not cool.
That's not lie. Viagra car is an iconic NASCAR car.
Miller Lite's my favorite drug. That's not a drug if you really think about it.
All right, we got an email from Jack. He says, "Hey, yo, shrimps, Jack here. I haven't sent fan mail yet because I'm still catching up. Currently on 21, but fuck it, I'll see it eventually." Anyways, the question: what's your favorite paint scheme that no one talks about? I mean, I've probably
Joey
talked about
Logano's platinum.
Oh, we talked about that on this show the other week.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
I was the one who brought that up. Thank you very much. I believe that was me.
Thanks, Ed.
I love that car.
Well, okay, question, Harry. Which one?
Yeah, I knew you were going to ask this because bring them up. Which one do you think I'm going to say?
Okay, so we have.
I'm gonna. My life might end tonight.
It's got blue on it.
Oh, I certainly hope so.
Oh yeah.
So he ran
all right.
at least 2 of these, right? He ran the sick blue one and then this horrible gray one.
I like both of them.
Oh.
Okay.
Right, sorry.
I'm living.
I like both of them. I really like that first one. I probably prefer that one. I think that's cooler. But I actually really like the second one that a lot of people didn't like because I think it's different.
I love Harry. I love Harry.
There's a good angle of it. It's pretty cool. I don't like it that much, but
Harry,
the original one is nuts.
Harry is based. Harry
that is one of my favorite pencils. When I was first got my race car, I was thinking about trying to do something like that, and then I found the colors that I went for.
Listen, if you need design help, we can. Ooh, here's a nice picture of it. Damn.
That's nice. That's really nice.
That's okay, I guess.
I think the blue on the number though should be red.
And
it maybe make the number pop a bit more. But
that would be a good experiment. With the chase stuff, it looks even better with the yellow spoiler and splitter.
Yeah. Dude, that's a banger right there.
Yeah, who took that photo? Whoever did that did great.
Was it 2015 or 2014 when they went to the red roof on the normal red roof scheme, and the red roof made it look so much better. I don't know why they didn't just stick with it all the time, because they had to run the yellow number for the chase. They went with the red roof, and it looked so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was hot.
Let me see if I can find.
And
this.
now the Pendle scheme's boring.
Dude, the one now is legitimately so
look at
bad.
That.
Yeah,
look at that pops so well.
Yeah.
With the yellow banner too.
Yeah.
Is it bad that I feel nostalgic about that already?
No.
Yeah.
It's one of the most effective schemes, I think.
Dude, that thing is a 10 out of 10.
This
and
might be.
No other colorways on that design work anywhere near as well as the
I was about to say
yellow.
this might be the peak scallops Pennzoil or Penske design.
Yeah.
Nah, you're the Detroit Brad cars right there.
Remember when everyone complained about the scallops and they got rid of them? It's like, fuck, these cars are boring. Can we get the scallops back, please?
I'm trying to think of other cars.
Like up on the hood, like right up on the front fender. The extra little like
point.
A little spike up there.
Yeah, they got rid of that later on, but that was a thing. Here's the Brad Detroit car.
I think he won in that car when I went to watch.
Looks pretty good with the shell. That's a tiny image.
He sure did win in that car.
I've seen one NASCAR race live, and I'm pretty sure he won in that car in 2016.
That's the car he ran his whole pit crew over with.
That is the car he ran his whole pit crew over with.
Didn't he win it Loudon with that paint scheme?
He finally won some with it. I think he did win it in New Hampshire.
The white wheels on this one are great.
Look up the 2016 July Daytona race.
You got to see it sit in the shop with black wheels.
2016 July Daytona.
Because that's the only race I've been to, and I'm sure he won it in that scheme.
That was the run. I have the diecast of that staring me in the face right now.
Yeah, yeah. He won that race in the Detroit car.
Yeah,
I paid cold hard cash for that bad boy. I bought the shirt, the hat, the flag, the diecast, the everything, the hoodie, the socks, the pants.
You burn that shit down.
The Motorola cover, everything.
All right, good. That was
one of the finest nights of my life. That Coke Zero 400.
I got another scheme in general.
Oh, a submission. Oh, this was pretty sick. This was the Kevin Harvick Busch.
I really liked some of his schemes.
The 2015 Busch Light.
Some of his it's like landscape schemes. They were actually really good. Some of them. There was one with a wolf on that I really liked.
Really, this car?
Was it? Did he run the whole season with this? This was like the last year that Busch Light looked cool,
dude.
Like the actual cans. What?
Put me on cam. I think I've showed this before. The one I got that he ran as a throwback is way better. Way better.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of.
That's the Cale Yarborough car. That's just Cale Yarborough.
Yeah, but it's sick. Dude, the horse on the top.
Dude,
come on,
dude. Oh my god.
Is that a Lewis special Mercedes hat? I just looked at that. Are you kidding me?
Well, yeah, when he ran the.
Oh. Okay. Jack also writes in. Cody and Ed, your videos got me into NASCAR. CT, you're my favorite race car designer and streamer. Wow. Slap, you're a rare NASCAR YouTube.
Yeah. Had to buy the fucking diecast, dude. Come on now.
Am I going crazy, or did we do this exact diecast showing from each of you on this podcast before?
I know, it's like weird.
We might have. It's entirely possible.
I'm pretty sure we have.
For Busch Light.
It's a glitch in the Matrix.
I'm gonna send me a clip of that. Also, Slap, you're a rare NASCAR YouTube W. And Rusty, I enjoyed getting shit on you at Fall Guys.
I thought they were going to say, Rusty, what do you even do?
He sent in some pictures of some cars that he's drawn. So here's here, it's all bigger. Here's the Stenhouse Cottonelle car that just wanted Daytona. Cute drawing. And he also did, and I'm gonna have to tweet this out. He did Ryan Vargas's truck that he's gonna race in Atlanta that I designed.
Oh, we love Ryan Vargas. Right?
Oh, shout out.
I'm gonna send that to Ryan on Twitter. I think he'll love that. He's never coming back on this show.
No, of course not.
He's
We
never
scared
talking to us
him.
again,
We well and properly scared him off.
Like we do everyone.
That's all of the fan mail. So remember, if you want to send us some stuff for next week.
Why did he call me a rare NASCAR YouTube W?
Because
mostly
I think that's pretty self-explanatory.
Brock Beard's really good.
Okay, yeah,
Brock Beard is
that makes two.
NASCAR in history, which is also Brock Beard.
Yeah, I was about to say.
How do I get on the side of his car? He always has a magnet on the side of his car. It looks sweet.
Be a patron.
I'm signing up. Everybody sign up.
Yeah, $5. Sign out to the last car site.
Rather get onto his Patreon.
Do we love Brockbeard in this house? He makes some of the best videos.
Oh, dude, I fucking won the goddamn magnet he puts on the side of his car. Can I go get that real quick?
Go get it. Grab it.
Yeah.
Fast. Quick.
Okay,
Fast.
while he gets that, we have to think of a title for this episode.
Quit watching. Stop. Just stop watching. Just stop watching.
No.
Damn, no, hold on. We need something kind of wholesome here. Harry's on the show. What do you mean?
Not to the
Harry's
commercial.
on the show. Harry's on the show.
Yeah, too many commercials.
Nah, we know that one.
We did talk a lot about commercials.
I'd say too many commercials.
Go fox yourself. Yeah, I'm going for the pop. I'm purely going for the pop. All
right. I like all that suggestions.
Brockbeard, Fontana 2022.
Can we subscribe to Brockbeard? Is
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Last
Gabe
That's
Wood.
cool.
Shout out Gabe Wood. Kamikaze.
We gotta get him on this show.
Gabe would be good, yeah.
Anyone else?
There you go.
Slap, what do we call this episode?
Obi-Wan Nairobi.
All right, there it is.
All right.
That's such a cool name. My nickname, you know you're a badass with balls of steel.
Harry, thanks for coming on.
Right.
We love Harry.
Follow his racing adventures on Twitter.
Yeah, I need to do more race.
Bye.
Harry is the one lone-based British man.
It's just him.
Nah.
He holds up the entire country on his shoulders.
My shoulders get doomed.
Put the team on his back.